Welcome to your week's end wind down. Today we're just going to do some nice grounding, balancing poses, some nice stretches. We'll just relax ourselves right into the weekend. So grab your mat, grab some happy plants, and let's get started. All right, so we have our feet maybe a little bit wider than hip width apart. We're just going to start with a little squat, press the hips back, reach up, stretch out the side, back down, to the other side. Make sure you're keeping your heels down and flat, especially as we reach up. If we're really tight, our heel's going to have a tendency to come with us. We don't want it to come with us. We want this to stretch out. So keep those heels down. One more time on each side. And then bring it back to center. Over here, let's do some nice big arm circles going forward. And then going backward. And we'll shake it out a little. So we still got our feet pretty wide. Let's bring our hands together in front of us. Our hips from the top of our pelvis down. We're stuck in cement. That's not going anywhere. But our upper half, we're just going to rotate side to side. Not this. Now we've defeated the purpose of this nice spine massage we get. Rotational muscles activate and take us side to side. You might not get very far, and that's okay. One side you might rotate to better than the other, and that's also okay. Just make note of it and be aware. But don't try to even them out right away if that's not where your body wants to go. Let's get one more here. Now we're going to transition. Now we got this nice wide stance. We can turn, starting going to our right foot out a little bit. Press with the left hand, press behind with the right. If that's not comfortable, you can just keep it on the leg. Switch sides and press. Belly button is in. Gently starting to get a little length through the spine. A little bit of coordination involved, but I'm confident that you guys know enough to slow things down, move through it, and you'll figure it out. One more to each side. Bring it back to center. Still got this nice wide stance. Now we're just gonna sink into our right hip and then into the left. Hip first, knee bend second. You don't have to have a big bend. That's not the goal here. Just enough so we start to stretch out our adductors, our inner thigh muscles. And you start to get a little stretch down the back of the legs. Maybe you're even getting a little burn in your quadriceps muscles. That's okay too. Let's bring it back to center. We still got our wide stance. Let's inhale the arms up. And exhale, bend the knees, nice hinge down. Keep the knees bent. Let the spine release and relax. And then as it's comfortable, if it is, you can straighten those knees out. You can have your hands on the floor. You can fold your arms. If you're particularly tight through your wrist, your forearms, or your shoulders, and you can put your hands down, even on a block, fingertips pointed in towards you. Spread those fingertips nice and wide. Get a nice stretch through your wrist, forearm, and up into the shoulder. So you pick what's appropriate for you right now. Maybe you want to move through all those options. That's okay too. And we're going to take a little walk over to our right ankle. Over to the left. Back to the right. One more time to the left. And return to the center. Then we're going to heel toe those feet back together. So we're in a nice forward fold. From here, we're just going to bend the knees, sit the butt down so that our torso rests on our thighs to that level, and then extend. Just do that a few times. And we'll hold our forward fold. You can hinge from the ankle, Lift those toes up if it's comfortable. Deep in the stretch through the back of the legs. Let yourself be nice and relaxed down. And slowly, meditatively, one vertebrae at a time, roll it back up to standing. All right. Now, we have a little more length in the spine. Maybe you feel a little bit taller. Let's put that to the test. All right, we're just going to stand on our right leg. Bring the left knee up. You can support under that hamstring. Up tall, pelvis locked into place, chest open. Kind of keeping with our planting, think of your pelvis as the bowl from which your spine grows. Because essentially that's kind of what it is. So you want a good, healthy, up tall spine. Get a nice stable bowl to grow out from. And release that foot back to the ground. Let's do the other side. Tall, finding your center, locking in your gaze, and focusing. If you let your mind wander and be busy, you will be swaying all over the place. So this is a good way to take the stresses of the week and any possible impending stresses of the weekend and clear them out. Clear them out of your mind, because right now it's you and your mat or carpet, or whichever you choose. And bring that one back to the floor. And we're going to bring our left one up again. We'll take it a step further this time if it's comfortable. So you can see me from the side, maybe that's helpful. Up tall. Quadriceps, wake them up. Use those muscles to extend the knee. Extending the knee. Press the heel. Pull your toes back towards your shin if you can do it. If not, that's okay. Bend the knee and bring it back down. All right, let's do the other side. Bring it up. Get steady and find your center first, and then let those quadriceps know they have a job to do. Extend that knee. Bend the knee and bring it back down. Give that a little shake out. Just come up onto our toes and back down. So raise the heels up, nice and controlled. Nice and controlled back down. With those ankles, our dorsiflexors. little bit. And hold it nice and tall, up tall. Don't let yourself collapse down. Bring it back down. Right now we're going to do some tree pose. We'll start on our right leg. So we'll take our left. And you place that foot either above or below the knee. Please try not to place it at the knee because we want to be pressing in, creating some force. And if we're pressing in at our knee, well, I think you could figure out how that goes. That's going to be a problem. So, up tall, we're here, we find our center. Using our outer hip muscles on our left side to pull this knee back towards the wall. So we're getting a nice stretch through here. Bring the arms down, release that foot, back to the floor. All right, a little shake out, and let's do the other side. Bring that knee up, find your center. Outer hip muscles on our right now, pulling that knee back. Up tall, chest open, greeting the weekend with joy because we're so excited that we made it through another week. Bring those arms to the side, release the foot, and back down. That's nice. All right, one more standing balance. This way so that you can see what I'm doing. We're going to bring our left knee up, find your center here. We're going to keep our arms at our sides to start, hinging on that right hip, pressing that left foot back, nice and steady. Find your balance. If you feel pretty good, you can extend your arms overhead. We're going to hinge, back up to center. Try not to put that foot down. That left knee is back up. Lower it to the floor. Touchdown. Now we get to do the other side. All right, here we go. Bring that right knee up. Find your center first. Be steady. Begin your hinge. Find your center through each phase. Hinge back up, nice and steady. Bring the knee down. Almost time to head to the floor, but not quite. All right, we're stepping it out wide. We're going to turn our right foot out and our left foot in about 45 degrees, 30 degrees. It's comfortable. You don't have to have your feet on the same line. If you don't feel balanced, you can widen your stance. So whichever is comfortable and works best for you, I encourage you to do so. I mean, why wouldn't you? That just makes sense. All right, we're here. We've got our legs nice and straight, as is comfortable. We're going to take that pelvis like a bowl of water, tipping it over. You bring a hand down on your shin, ankle, on a block, to the floor if you make it there. But first, make sure we're nice and open through our chest. When we are nice and open through our chest, we can bring that left arm up, gazing up to the ceiling. If it's comfortable, if it's not comfortable on your neck, you can look towards the floor. If you feel more stable looking towards the floor, you can do that as well. Today, we just want to focus on being comfortable in the poses, meeting our body where it's at, which is what we should do anytime we're stretching or exercising. Today, right now, we're not pushing it. It's not always worth it to do that. Take that left hand, bring it down. Just let yourself, if you want to bend the knee a little bit, sometimes I like to do that. Just kind of roll forward. Bring it back up. We're going to switch our feet now. Reset ourselves. Spill that water over. Reaching down, opening the chest, getting the stretch on our right side now. And as we're ready, we can bring that right arm up. You take that right arm, bring it on down. Come forward over that leg, left leg. Let's bring it back up to center. Walk those feet in. We'll shake out. And let's take it to the floor. I don't know which angle's best. Maybe a little side. All right, we're going to start. We're going to bring that right leg out. Left one in. Up nice and tall. Now we've done all that work to lengthen our spine. Inhale those arms up. And on your exhale, maintain that spinal length and hinge from the hips forward. Turn this way. Don't round. Please don't do that to yourself. Keep it here and maintain that alignment. You might not get far. I don't get far. That's okay. That's not the point. Form people. That's important. And eventually, if you continually practice with proper form, you'll get further. But practicing and focusing on reaching your toes or trying to bring your forehead to your knee and sacrificing form will eventually bring you to problems, injuries, things will be overstretched, things will get, well, let's not get all into that. Bring it back up. One more time. Lengthen. And exhale. Nice hit. Do our best to keep that other knee down. If you're really tight, it's going to have a tendency to want to pop up and follow you. Try to resist that from happening. It will have its time. You can let it know. Release, and then let's switch. All right. Inhale. And exhale. I just got these pansies and violas today. They're some of my favorite flowers. You know why? They're the toughest, hardiest little things. And I don't know why people say if they're picking on somebody for being weak, they'll call them a pansy, because pansies aren't weak. Pansies are about the toughest little plant out there. They like the cold and they don't mind the snow and they'll go through anything. So, yeah, they're hardy little buddies. Bring it back up. Now I don't know how many times we just did that side. I think that was one, so let's do one more. If it was two, well, we get an extra one. Focusing on the flowers. They're such happy things. I mean, they even have like happy faces on them. How can you not like them? How can you not be happy when you look at the pansy, little violas? They're just happy. Be like the happy flowers. Bring it back up. That's nice. All right, from there, let's just take our left shin, bring it in front of the right one. We're not sitting Indian style right now. We're not coming into that. I don't want your feet that close into your body. I don't know if you can. Finding an angle with which you can see what I'm doing can be a bit of a challenge sometimes. But anyways, our left shin is in front of the right one. Our shins are parallel, knees lined up. From there, we're just going to take it and come forward. Our belly button comes in. Our hips go back. And we get a stretch through our glutes, through our hips, through the low back, through the up back. There's no right or wrong place. Everybody's individual. We all have different motor patterns for even the same movements. Bring it up. Let's switch. And come forward. And bring it back up. And then we're going to roll it back. We're going to stack ourselves. This is a nice little balance / core exercise. And there's a stretch in there too. When you're working muscles, you got to be stretching other muscles. So stack ourselves nicely on our right side, like you're fitting on a balance beam, with a VHS tape for those of us that still know what that is. Find ourselves here. We stack the feet. Now you can keep your arm at your side. If you feel pretty good, you can bring it up. If it's comfortable for your neck, look up to the ceiling. You're going to waver a little bit. I can feel the activation through my abdominal muscles, my low back muscles, but also the stretch. I find it particularly delicious when doing this exercise. If you're looking up, or whatever way you're able to look, to close your eyes and be in the moment. It's tougher than it looks. Bring your arm down. If you get it raised, step the left foot back and gently come onto your back. Then you roll over to the left side. I'm going to switch sides so I can still face you guys. Stack yourself. This does require some good strength through the shoulder. I'm not collapsing down onto the floor either. I'm nice, solid. Bring the arm down. Step the right foot, come on to the back. Hug the knees into the chest. You can kind of rock side to side a little bit if that's comfortable. And then we're going to bring it back up to seated. Rock nice and tall. I'm going to take our left ear, drop it to the left shoulder. Make sure you keep that left shoulder relaxed. And we take the right hand, press it. Excuse me. Press it away. So really lengthening through our neck muscles into our upper shoulder. Don't lean into it. Keep that spine upright and tall. Jaw relaxed. Back out to center. We'll see the other side. Right ear to the right shoulder. Left hand pressing down and away. Bring it back out to center. Now earlier we did an exercise where we did some upper body rotation. I told you that from the top of your pelvis down you were stuck in cement. Now from the tops of our shoulders down we're stuck in cement. So let's line ourselves up, shoulders back, chest open. And we're going to move our chin, rotate our chin, looking towards or over the right shoulder. Don't turn into it. Don't let the left one follow it. Keep yourself up tall so we're not compressing our vertebrae or intervertebral discs, I should say. And then over to the left side. And back to center. Give it a little shake out. All right. Let's inhale, lengthen, bring the arms up. Exhale, bring it down the heart center. Release. There you go. There's your week's end wind down into the weekend. So hopefully you enjoyed that, and we'll see you back here next week. Namaste.